Yellowjackets back at home this week for 2 more GNAC games. Jeanann, now that you're a little bit more than halfway through your first season in the conference, talk about what it's been like being on the floor this year in a very competitive D2 league.
It's been eye-opening. I never really realized that the GNAC was this competitive, and so when we've played teams and we've let a couple of them slip away, now we're halfway and we get that second opportunity to play them, and it really means a lot. This isn't high school where you have a playoff game to get to the tournament. It's all about your record, and so the second half really does make or break us, and if we want to go to the tournament.
And as a true freshman, you've had a chance to see a lot of minutes on the court this season. Talk about what your mindset is when you get the opportunity to get on the court and get some valuable minutes that not all freshmen get a chance to have.
Yeah, I've had some opportunities that a lot of people probably wouldn't have, and I'm sad that we've had so many things happen to our team, but I've really just tried to take this opportunity to step up, and every time I get on the court, I just try to make a difference. I don't want to be that player that hurts our team. I want to go out there, do my role, and do what makes the team get better.
Talk about getting to play underneath Riley Kane, who's been a 3-year starter. She's certainly taught you a lot at the point guard position and just about the game of basketball in general, I'm sure.
Yeah, those are big shoes to follow. It's It'll be hard when she's gone, but that's why I'm thankful that we have another year with her. She's a great basketball player, and I really couldn't imagine being a freshman and being the starting point guard. So how she did that, I commend her completely for that.
Now, talk about the 2 teams that you'll face this week. You played them tough on the road, specifically St. Martin's. That was a really good game right down to the end. They're coming in on Thursday. What kind of game are you expecting, and what are going to be some keys to win that game?
I think it's going to be a good game. I think both teams have gotten better since the first time we've met. I think it'll be very competitive, but I think that we're a little bitter about how the first one ended up. So I think that we're going to be ready to go, and we're going to protect our home floor.
And then on Saturday, you have Seattle Pacific coming in, another team that you played close for a while. They got away from you a little bit at the end on the road. But talk about another chance to face them. You mentioned earlier, second half of the season, a chance to see teams a second time and maybe playing with a little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, I think the first time we just couldn't quite get out of our slumps, and they went on a couple of runs. And I think as the season has progressed, we've become better about getting teams to quit going on runs, and so I think that'll be really crucial for this game. I think that because we have gotten better and we've had a lot of changes happen since we've played Seattle Pacific, that we'll just really be ready to play every minute and every possession like it's the last minute of possession that we'll be able to play that game.
Well, we fought hard. We just didn't have quite enough to get it done up there. I believe both first halves we actually played pretty competitive, but we struggled with our shooting and got behind, and then shot it a little better in the second half, but just didn't play well enough to stay in the games. Got beat by 2 good teams, so it will be very nice to be back home again.
Tiana Hansen putting together just an excellent senior campaign. She's one of the top players in the GNAC. Can you comment on her development to this point? I know you got her in the program last year as a junior, but speak to where she's progressed to.
The improvement she's made since last year has just been amazing. She's scoring more, rebounding more. She's still a great foul shooter, but I'm really impressed with her leadership. I just think that she's played a much stronger role for us, both emotionally as well as physically on the court. And I'm really proud of the improvements she's made. And being the only senior, you need that from her. You need her to step up and be a great leader both on, and she's done that. And we look forward to the rest of her senior season.
Talk about the way that you lean on some veteran players when you have 2 competitive GNAC teams that are coming in this week, like SMU and SPU, 2 teams that beat you guys on the road. How will you rely on your veterans to respond this week?
Well, we need them to play well. Marissa Tiana and Riley all have the most experience, and we need those three to come to play and get the job done. And if they do that, I think that will spread to our younger players who are less experienced. So it's a very important homestand for us. We want to play consistently at both ends, and if we can do that like we did our last two home games, I think we have a great chance of winning.
St. Martin's historically in the GNAC has been a team that typically tries to slow teams down and play at their pace. Is that something you've seen this year, or if not, what are you expecting in Thursday's game?
Yeah, I think it's similar. They've lost some close games, so their record's not indicative of how close they've been a few times. So they're always dangerous. They do a very good job. Johansson is a very good post, and they have some shooters around her. They can get hot from the outside, and if they do that, then they really can cause you a lot of trouble. So we have to be able to defend, and then they do a great job of mixing up defenses. When we played them at St. Martin's, it was a close game, and I thought on occasion we didn't identify the sets that they were in defensively, and had a couple unforced turnovers. So I think we have to do a better job with recognition, and we might want to play a little bit faster than them, and hopefully that will help us to come out on top.
You caught Seattle Pacific in the middle of a huge hot streak when they were at home, and they beat you there. They've cooled off a little bit since. They've had a little bit of a rough patch. What kind of game do you expect Saturday when you see the Falcons for a second time?
Well, they're always a talented team, and like you said, they started off on fire this year. Then they've recently went through a losing streak, but then come out with two nice road wins last week. So I think they're going to have a lot of confidence coming here after their road wins against NNU and Central. They have a nice balanced attack. They're very, very deep at guards, and then they have McPhee and Hollander, who are very established players in our league. So their depth is definitely an advantage for them. It's important for us to get off to a good start against them, and hopefully we can get maybe the crowd into it a little bit and come out with a win that night too.